nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars make me dream. I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars.
Good morning, everybody. Look, I have no idea what just happened. Okay, if I am 5x5, I would appreciate it. Good Tuesday morning. Let's just get this started out correctly. Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you being here. All that good stuff. If you are new, please feel free to grab you a cup of coffee, pull up a chair. Let's chat for a little bit. If you are one of my Shady folks and you are coming back to the channel, thank you, Loretta. Thank you guys for the 5x5s. If you are one of my Shady folks, you will notice things are just a little bit different. I am actually in Mrs. Shady's office. And the reason I am here, I had to pick up everything and move it up here. The reason that I am here this morning is because there is a Wi-Fi router. There is a Wi-Fi router about 10 feet that way. Now there is a small room in between me and that router, but hopefully, the Wi-Fi will be a little bit better being this close. I had to pull everything up out of there and move it up here. About all I got. I am not on any fancy camera. I am going off of the computer camera. I do have my old faithful microphone here. Hopefully the microphone is set on the right setting for the voice and stuff, and it's not coming out all twangy like it did once or twice before. Let's see, who all we got in here? Kevin Ramsey, good morning. Yankee Watchdog, Maria N., Loretta Hutch. Coffee first, then speak. If I missed anybody, I do apologize. But I am glad you guys are here. If you remember, a few days ago, I did a short, and I believe the name of the short was something along the lines of, "Are you joyful yet?" And when I did the short, I was kind of frustrated. I mean, I had sat through day after day after day of the DNC. I had sat through days after the DNC. And all I heard was this.
Joy! 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 Joy!
The joy felt by Americans backing the Harris-Walz ticket.
We are joyful warriors.
Being joyful is part of the American identity.
The joy factor.
Campaign of joy.
You're talking about radical joy.
It is downright joyful.
It looks like a joyous rally. It looks like a joyous occasion.
A real zeal and
Okay. That was just a little montage. Just a small little sample of everything that the news media was doing. Yeah, joy, 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 joy. All you heard was the word joy. And it was frustrating the crap out of me, and for some reason I could not figure out why. Then it sort of hit me. I started doing a little research. I started looking up some things because I get curious about stuff, and I try to look up as much as I can when I do a video. But I started researching exactly what was going on. And I kind of did this video on a whim. I kind of did the short on a whim because what was happening was this, and trust me, This is a psyops that the DNC, Kamala Harris, and Ward or whatever the hell his name is, Tampon Tim, are pulling on us right now. It's a psyop. It's a psyop that has been used for years and years and years, decades, by political groups, totalitarian governments. They use this concept of joy. They use this idea of joy. And I'm getting to the end of the video before I get to the beginning of the video. This has been used over and over and over again all through history. Political movements, leaders, they've used this concept of the word joy, or concept of the idea of joy, to manipulate and control the masses. Because the word, feeling, the concept of joy, it's so powerful. It's a tool. It's a powerful emotional tool or trigger that movements have used to hide their true motives, which is basically to control and suppress individuals and individuals' thoughts and freedoms. Movements and politicians that have promised joy through their leaders and leadership, it's like I said, they often have sinister and evil intentions. It's a propaganda tool. And like I said, all it is just to hide what they really have going on. If you look back at Stalin's Russia, joy was a manufactured emotion. The government force-fed it to people to help hide all the horrible reality of what was going on around them. I think the technology is working a little better. They use this concept to put people in a frame of mind of joyfulness. They want you to live in this blissful world where you believe everything is hunky-dory and you really just don't even pay any attention to the government. The Russians used it, Stalin used it, the communists in Russia used it, Mao used it in China. Let me see if I can pull this one up. Mao used it in China. The state used joy as a tool. Mao's words bring joy. And once again, it was the same thing. It was instilling a false sense of just this collective happiness in people, in the citizens. So they would blindly go through their lives, blindly go through their days, believing everything was hunky-dory, everything was fine, like the montage, joy, 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 joy everywhere, while the prices of groceries go through the roof, while they tax you to death, while you're paying $5 a gallon for gas. But as long as they can instill this joyfulness in their message, they feel like they have you. And that is exactly what they want. They want to put you in that state of mind. Hitler in Germany used it. One of his biggest propaganda tools was strength through joy. Okay? It's the same story. Same exact story. Strength through joys. Strength through joy. I'm sorry, y'all. Strength through joy. That was Nazi Germany's big thing. And it's like I was saying, the thing about this is they don't want you to feel joy, not the emotion of joy. When you get the emotion of joy. Something happens in your life or something is going on in your life and it brings forth this emotion, this happiness. And that is pure. It's true. It's good. What they are doing is they are trying to create this atmosphere. They're trying to create this ideal of joy that you will blissfully live in. Hey, Lindy, how you doing? They want to instill this concept to where you go about your daily life while in the meantime, they take away your freedoms. They take away your individuality. They take everything away from you quietly on the down low. So that explains the short and why I did the short. It's like I said, my subconscious mind, which had heard this stuff before, was actually registering it. But my conscious mind wasn't. It was coming out to where, why? Why are all these people, why are all, the only thing that they're talking about is joy, 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 joy. And they want to run their election on a feeling, okay? Everything is joyful. Forget about the economy. Everything is joyful. Forget about the southern border being wide open. Everything is hunky-dory because you're joyful. I was just going through the chat. I'm sorry. So they want you to live in this blissful little life and just not pay any attention to what they're doing. It's smoke and mirrors. It's a shell game. That is exactly what they're doing, and that is the reason behind the short, which it surprised me because I actually did a short right before that on the DNC and how they had let down everybody because they had promised all this stuff and they didn't come through with it, especially this big concert or appearance by some kind of celebrity at the end of it, and then nothing. You had Kamala, flapping her gums. You had Tampon Tim flapping his gums. And that's where they left us. And so right after that, it's like I showed on the montage. All I heard was newscasters, these talking heads from mainstream, talking about it's a joyous campaign. That's all they have to fall on because, well, their policies suck. And their policies have sucked for 3.5 years. And we have a woman who is wanting to be president, who is vice president now. It seems like the whole damn world has forgotten that Kamala Harris is the vice president as we speak. And she's promising to go in and on day one, she's going to fix everything. Day one. Honey, you've been vice president for 3.5 years. You ain't done squat. Why should I believe that you're going to go in as the official president of our country and do one darn thing to fix it? So there we have the story behind the short. If you guys haven't checked it out, please feel free to go check it out. I think it was the last thing that I uploaded before this live chat. Last week was one heck of a week, y'all. I mean, we did the live here, and then the DNC ended with a whisper and a whimper. The DNC ended. The happiness and the joy campaign started out. Then something very special happened. RFK dropped. Well, RFK suspended his campaign and endorsed Donald Trump. A lot of people were in chat saying, well, yeah, RFK Jr., Trump should give him something. And granted, yeah, if Trump wants to give him something, then Trump should give him something. However, I do not think the Attorney General is the job for RFK Jr. for one reason. And I said this in a chat in another another creator's stream. RFK is anti-Second Amendment. We do not want this man being the Attorney General of the United States of America, y'all. And I'm not saying anything bad about RFK Jr. I kind of like the guy, honestly. I like his demeanor. I like the way he comes across. I even like the stories of all the roadkill and stuff like that. Hell, I grew up in Mississippi, y'all. To be fair, we did not pick up roadkill off the side of the road and take it home and cook it up, but I still thought it was a fun story. City Prepper, how are you doing? Good morning. I know I've probably missed some people. I'm just going by what I'm seeing pop up. But I do. I like RFK Jr.'s. I like his personality. I like his demeanor. Some of his policies I have a problem with. In other words, he's sort of kind of like Trump to me. I like Trump's policies. I like what Trump does. I do not like Trump's demeanor sometimes. I do not like his personality sometimes. But unlike the Democrats, unlike the liberals, unlike the communists, I don't vote based on feelings. I don't vote based on joyful happiness. I base my opinions on policy and what somebody says that they're going to do for me and what they have proven that they will do for me, not off of some kind of high pie in the sky promises that anybody makes. I do not think that Attorney General is I do not think that RFK Jr. is a good pick for Attorney General. Now, if you do, if you do, please leave it in the comments below and let me know why you think he would make an Attorney General, even though he would just love to take your guns away from you. And that really, y'all, really, as far as I know, that is the only thing that I dislike the man about. I believe that is the only thing that I don't like about RFK Jr. is his anti-Second Amendment stance. So, like I said, I go by somebody's policy, not by their personality. All right. I wouldn't be voting for anybody if I was going by personalities, to be totally honest with you. Let's see here, City Prepper. Is Trump on the fall of the United States because the NWO wants to take over? True, City Prepper. Absolutely true. The thing about it is the NWO is taking over. That is what is going on right now with what used to be the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party, and somebody had said something in chat too, very true, I agreed with them, I can't remember who it was, that everybody that is running this government right now are middle management. Just to be honest with you, your president, your congressman, your senators, they are all middle management. Putin is middle management. Okay? Xi Jinping, middle management. Little Rocket Man over in Korea, I guess he's middle management. I'm not exactly sure what little Kim Jong-un is right now. These people are middle management. Okay? The New World Order, the elite, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, that is who is in control of our government right now. Where's Joe Biden at? Where is Joe? Joe announces, wasn't it on Twitter or something, that Joe announced that he was going to step to the side and let Kamala have it and all that stuff. Joe steps to the side. Then he goes on vacation to California. He comes back from vacation in California and, hey McBean, how are you? He comes back from vacation in California and he goes on vacation somewhere else. Joe is done, y'all. Joe is not running anything. All right. Kamala, I do not believe, is running anything. That league, Obama, people are saying, well, Obama's running the government. I don't know if Obama is or not. I would like to think so before I think that the New World Order is. But in my heart of hearts, I believe that the Illuminati, the globalists, the New World Order are actually what's running this country. Either that, folks, or we are simply on Joe Biden's cruise control until November. Good morning, McBean. How are you, sir? Good to see you in here. I think I said good morning already, but I saw your comment pop up. There we go. Good morning, Honey Bunny. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you being here. Like I was saying, I believe that the country right now is either on cruise control or somebody that is above middle management is running what's going on. Please leave a comment below if you have any ideas, because I'm telling you something right now. I do not believe that Joe Biden is in any way running this country right now. The man is not even in the White House as far as I know. He's off somewhere sitting on the beach, just waiting his last few months, his last few weeks out. That is the way I see it. Anyway, so yeah, RFK Jr. dropped out of the race. That happened last week. Hezbollah, Hamas, Iran, they're all ganging up on Israel still. No big, huge attack, not large scale, the way that everybody was saying Iran was going to attack Israel. However, there have been some skirmishes back and forth. Ukraine is now bragging about they have over 400 square miles of Russian territory in their possession. That's pretty good to be defending yourself against another country's invasion now, isn't it? I do not remember any country ever invading another country, and that country that was being invaded fighting to protect themselves and invading back. I've never seen that before in my life. Not in any world war, not in Korea. Vietnam was a total damn mess. Who could tell what was going on there? I was just a little kid, but hey, I am showing my age. I have never seen a country that in defending itself against an invasion starts taking over hunks of the invading country's territory. Never seen it before in my life. So there's what we have going on with Ukraine and Russia right now. And it's like I said in another video, Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, they're all just sitting there. They're ready. They're just waiting. On what? We don't know, but they're just waiting. China will go after Taiwan. I have a feeling that Putin, in the end, will completely squash Ukraine. You guys have to hand Putin one little attaboy. So far, Putin has not went full on assault on Ukraine. All right, so far, Putin has kept this boots on the ground. He has not went nuclear. He has not went tactical nuclear, anything like that. And I'm going to tell y'all the absolute truth. As soon as I heard the news that Ukraine was going across the border and they were taking hunks of Russian territory, I thought for sure, because Putin was not happy. I would not have been happy either. And I am not a Putin sympathizer. I don't sympathize with Putin. I would have not been happy myself. And I think Putin has so far used a lot of restraint in this war with Ukraine. I don't know if that is just Putin being Putin. I don't know if Putin really doesn't want to start World War III. I'm not sure what his reasoning behind it was, but I will give the man credit. He has used a lot of restraint. And I do apologize if I am missing some of y'all's comments, because I have one screen here that's showing chat. I have one screen here that's showing chat. The YouTube chat is going a lot faster than the screen I have here. But let's see what we see. Exactly for the evilness. I'm sorry, I can't read it. It looks good. The evilness, yet he could have crushed them the first day. Exactly, Coffee. Putin could have crushed Ukraine the very first day. He could have put them down the very first day, and they would not have gotten back up. And I'll be totally honest with y'all. Israel could have done the same thing to Gaza the very first day. They could have made a parking lot out of these people. They showed restraint and are showing restraint. You know, we got Iran saber rattling, you know, the whole 9 yards, because they're that close, if they don't already, to having a nuclear weapon. So they're pulling up their big boy pants and trying to act like they're a major player. If you guys remember 4 years ago, and I will give the man credit where credit is due, 4 years ago, Iran was broke, had no money. Their own people were about to turn on them. And then all of a sudden, all the money, all the millions and billions of dollars started coming in from the United States. And now, like I said, Iran is pulling up their big boy pants and trying to be a major player on the world stage. Yet they attack through proxies. I don't know if that's being a coward or being smart, but they attack through their proxies. With that, they're trying to keep their own hands clean of the situation. So they send Hamas and Hezbollah and guys from Lebanon to do their dirty work. All right, the things that are going on in the Red Sea right now. Hey, Kelly Rambo, how you guys doing? The things that are going on in the Red Sea right now that are not getting reported on. All right. Pretty much shipping has slowed to just a snail's pace in the Red Sea. And it's not going to be long before we here in this country start feeling the effects of that. And I can promise you that. So we got all this stuff going on. It's the same old stuff. Okay? Same old stuff. There's not a whole lot that's changing. It just takes a different faucet every other day. All right. Pretty soon, if the mainstream media can take their minds off the happy, happy, joy, joy campaign for 5 minutes, they will wheel back around to Israel, or they will wheel back around to Ukraine, or they will wheel back around to China, or they will start talking once again about the southern border. That is just the way the news cycle goes. Thing about it is, most of the time, when the talking heads in mainstream media are telling you, hey, look at this, look at this, look at this, you need to be looking over here, Scooter. That's just, everybody knows that. What I was saying earlier about everything that's going on is, I moved up here, and like I said, I grabbed the stuff, came up here. Miss Shadey graciously let me use her office because it is closer to the main Wi-Fi connection. So hopefully, this live stream is going off without a hitch. If it does, then I will probably start doing the live streams here and then cutting the regular videos down in the studio. If Mrs. Shadey's hospitality will extend that far. Like I said, guys, I got 2 dogs out here. I've got an African gray parrot out here. Luckily, so far this morning, there's not been a lot of noise. A lot of times, y'all, and I've heard this on a couple of other videos before where I've done them out of the studio and around the parrot. I will hear Doc squeaking in the background, but I won't hear it. You guys will hear it. And to me, it's just regular everyday background noise. So hopefully, yeah. Downstairs in the studio, I swear, guys, I have got a router booster that came with the company, that came with the equipment when the company set up our Wi-Fi. I have got a router booster that close to my machine downstairs, and I still have all kinds of problems. Of course, I haven't done a whole lot of screen sharing or anything like that on here, especially with videos or anything like that. The video that I did earlier, the montage, that was something that I put together myself. Cut it, clipped it, put it together myself. But I do appreciate you guys stopping in. Please let me know what you think about Mrs. Shadey's office. Be nice. She was very, very kind. to say the least, she was very kind to let me use her office. She has this set up for Zoom calls and things like that. So it wasn't a big transition, but it was a transition. I could not get the microphone boom to actually stay on the side of the desk, so I had to go back down, get the little stand, bring it up. All that stuff that creators do right before we get ready to go on. And Coffee, McBean, I know you guys can't, prepping artists, I know you guys can all be witness to the fact that it takes a little bit to set these things up. But I appreciate you guys being here. I know this has not been the greatest because I am experimenting with things right now, as we always do here in the Shady Zone. But I do want to thank everybody for stopping in. Hang on just a second, honey bunny. Zuki just fessed up to colluding with Biden and Harris to censor Americans. Yes, there we go. Thank you, honey bunny. I appreciate that. Have you guys noticed that? Any of you people over on Facebook, have you noticed that? The censoring is starting back up. All right. I have gotten one or two posts that I have put up that has come back saying, our fact checkers say blah, 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 blah. Or this violates community standards, or any of that old COVID BS that Facebook was putting out. I don't know about any of the other platforms. I've gotten to the point where I don't do Facebook a whole lot anymore. I certainly am not on X or Twitter or anything like that. I've got an Instagram account that I never go to. I am on Truth Social. I am on Rumble. But I have just now started seeing the censorship start to slowly creep back in. Wow. My joke just got fact checked. Okay. I missed it. I'm sorry. But they have started this back up. There are other little things that are starting back up. I'm going to get into that in a video. I'm going to try my best not to go into it here this morning because I have another video that I'm getting ready to do. And it's kind of a told you so, gotcha video. So I'm going to just kind of keep that on the back burner, but there are other things. And if you think back to COVID, think back to the lockdowns, think back to the things that were going on back then. They're whispers right now. They're just little rumblings, but we are starting to see them show up. And like I said, I'm not going to go too much into it because I've got a video coming out that I really want to do. Just so, hey, I can be a full-fledged, legitimate fortune seer. Yes, I got called that one time. I actually did a video on it. I got called a fortune teller, a fortune seer one time. It don't take any psychic powers to see what's going on in this world today. All it takes is for you to open your eyes and wake up. That's all it takes. You don't have to be any kind of psychic. You don't have to have a pendulum. You don't have to have a deck of tarot cards. You don't have to have a Ouija board. All you have to do is have ears and eyes and open them both, and you can see what is going on in the world today. You can see what's coming if you just look. Real quick, before I cut this one off for the day, I want to personally thank Prepper Nation. You guys, if you came in at the very beginning of the video, you saw a picture, a little sign that said, "Shout at the Sky Productions." That was on John yesterday, or day before yesterday, because in his chat he had made some comment about, are you an old man just shouting at the sky? That's me, y'all. Thing about it is, I'm not going to stop shouting at the sky. I'm not going to stop throwing my hands up in the air and asking questions. I'm not going to stop voicing my opinion on things. It's like the John Cougar Mellencamp song says, you can ban me, you can brand me, but you better stand clear when the walls come tumbling down. I have that kind of attitude. So I wanted to say thanks to John for that, because it gave me an idea. I've seen some other creators make up some, production companies. So welcome to Shout at the Sky Productions, y'all. Listen, I hope everybody has a good week. I hope you have had a good weekend. We have a holiday weekend coming up. Same advice that I always give people. Same advice that I always give all my Shady folks. If you're going to celebrate, do it responsibly. If you're going to cook out, if you're going to have some adult beverages, do it responsibly. Take care of yourself, all right? Your family needs you, your friends need you, and hey, I need you right here in the zone. You guys are why I keep coming back and doing this kind of stuff. But I'm going to shut this one down. Like I said, I hope you guys all have a good week. I hope you've had a good weekend. Be careful this coming weekend. Until next time, y'all take care of each other. God bless you. And stay shady.